Have you ever heard of a town where temperatures plunge to -96 degrees Fahrenheit? Or do women here live 10 years longer than men? Welcome to Russia, a land so vast and mysterious. It's home to some of the world's most bizarre and surprising wonders. From the coldest inhabited place on Earth to a centuries-old beard tax, we're diving deep into the strangest things that only Russia can offer. Stick around, because by the end of this journey you'll see Russia in a way you never imagined. Don't miss out. What's coming next will truly blow your mind. Oymyakon, one of the coldest inhabited places on Earth, is in Siberia, Russia. Temperatures can drop as low as -96.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Winter's last 9 months, the nearly 500 survival here depends on constant adaptation. Cars run day and night to prevent freezing, and residents wear thick layers of fur to endure the icy conditions. The Yakut people, who make up most of the population, thrive on high-protein foods like reindeer and fish, often consumed raw or frozen, and use the natural cold to preserve food. Despite the harshness, the community thrives on unity, sharing resources and traditions that have endured for centuries. But what if I told you Oymyakon isn't the only record-breaking marvel in Russia? Russia holds even more incredible records. Let's move on to something deeper than the cold. Lake Baikal, located in Siberia, is a natural wonder, unlike any other. At 25 million years old, it is the world's oldest lake and the deepest, reaching over 5,387 feet. This UNESCO World Heritage Site contains 1/5 of the planet's unfrozen freshwater, enough to sustain humanity for decades. Its crystal-clear waters allow visibility up to 130 feet in summer, while winter transforms the lake into a breathtaking expanse of ice, marked by intricate natural cracks resembling frozen lightning. Baikal is home to over 1,000 unique species, including the Baikal seal, the only freshwater seal in the world, and the omul fish, which is highly valued by locals for its flavor. If you are planning a visit, be sure to secure proper permits, hire guides, and respect local regulations to help protect this delicate ecosystem. What's your take? Would you brave Siberia to see Baikal up close? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Why do Russian women outlive men by a staggering 10 years? With an average lifespan of 74 for women and just 66 for men, this gender gap is one of the largest in the world. But the reasons behind it are as alarming as they are revealing. One of the key culprits is alcohol. Russian men consume nearly 3 times as much alcohol as women, an average of 18 liters of wine annually compared to just 6 for women. This excessive drinking contributes to heart disease, traffic accidents, and an increased risk of early death. A 2024 report confirms that regular vodka consumption raises the chances of passing before age 55 by a shocking 35%. These effects ripple through society, leaving 11 million more women than men across the country. But wait, this isn't the only cultural quirk reshaping Russia. Next, we will explore one of the most fascinating traditions of the country. Are you curious about the place called Heaven for the Body? Stay tuned. Imagine stepping into a room filled with swirling steam, the heat wrapping around you like a warm embrace. After a few intense moments, you plunge into icy water or roll in fresh snow. This is the banya, Russia's cherished sauna tradition, a rejuvenation for both body and spirit. The banya is known for boosting circulation, detoxifying the body, and strengthening the immune system. But its true charm lies in the sense of community it fosters. Friends and family gather here to relax, share meals, and connect on a deeper level, as barriers fade and relationships grow stronger. Unique rituals enhance the experience. Felt hats protect the head from the heat, while veniks, bundles of birch or oak leaves, are used for energizing massages that invigorate the skin and muscles. Afterward, moments of relaxation often reflect discussions that linger long after the steam dissipates. And if you find this intriguing, just wait until we dive into an unusual lore in Russian history about a certain body part that might surprise you. But before revealing if you can help me in any way, just take 10 seconds to hit the notification bell and subscribe. It helps this channel a lot. And if you do, I'll do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Do we have a deal? Did you know that in 18th century Russia, simply growing a beard could cost you? During his reign, Peter the Great introduced a beard tax as part of his ambitious push to modernize Russia. Inspired by his travels through Europe, Peter believed that clean-shaven faces symbolized progress and modernity, while beards were tied to old Russian traditions and the Orthodox Church. The tax applied to all men, regardless of status. Nobles and merchants paid higher rates, while farmers faced smaller fees. Those who paid received a special token, a small, coin-like medal, as proof. If an inspector caught someone with a beard and no token, they'd face hefty fines or worse. The policy sparked resistance from the Orthodox Church, which saw beards as a sign of piety, but Peter was undeterred. For him, this law wasn't just about appearances, it was about steering Russia into a new era of cultural reform. What's your take? Would you pay to keep your beard? Please comment yes or no in the comment section below to let us know. And if you think that's strange, just wait, we're moving on to a symbol that has shaped the entire empire's Russian. Stick around to uncover the secrets. Standing in the heart of Moscow, the Kremlin is more than a fortress. It's a testament to Russia's history, power, and transformation. As the largest medieval fortress still in use, its imposing walls and grand palaces have borne witness to the rise and fall of empires, from the Tsars to the Soviet Union. The Kremlin's architecture is a striking blend of Russian and Renaissance styles. Its golden domed cathedrals gleam in the sunlight, while landmarks like the Cathedral of the Assumption tell tales of royal coronations and centuries-old traditions. Nearby, the massive Tar Bell, the world's largest, stands as a symbol of Russia's ambition. Though never rung due to damage during casting, its size alone inspires awe. Inside the Kremlin's armory chamber, treasures from Russia's past come to life. Royal crowns, Faberge eggs, and ancient armor offer glimpses into the nation's rich history. The Kremlin tells a story of grandeur. But what vibrant celebration can bring the cold Russian winter to life with warmth and music? You won't want to miss this next tradition. Imagine a festival where winter's chill gives way to warmth, music, and pancakes. Welcome to Maslenitsa, Russia's vibrant week-long celebration of spring's arrival. Blending ancient pagan traditions with Christian customs, this unique event captivates both locals and visitors. At its heart are blini, golden pancakes symbolizing the sun's energy, served with toppings like caviar, sour cream, honey, or jam. But Maslenitsa is much more than food. Picture horse-drawn sleigh rides, lively fairs, snowball fights, and colorful costumes. Participants gather for traditional dances that celebrate the cyclical rhythm of the seasons. A highlight is the burning of the Maslenitsa effigy, a straw figure representing winter. As flames rise, so does the community's hope for renewal and warmth. Alongside skiing, snowmobiling, and energetic performances, this fiery ritual creates an unforgettable experience. Steeped in centuries-old traditions, Maslenitsa fosters community, reconciliation, and a deep bond with nature. Today, it stands as a vibrant expression of Russian culture, attracting thousands of tourists each year to its lively festivities. And speaking of traditions, next we'll explore a museum where history isn't just preserved, it's guarded by some of the quirkiest caretakers you'll ever meet. Stay tuned. At St. Petersburg's iconic Hermitage Museum, the treasures extend beyond its art collection. Over 70 cats roam its halls and basements. Originally introduced centuries ago to protect priceless artworks from rodents, these feline guardians have become a cherished part of the museum's history and charm. Today, the Hermitage cats are cultural icons, cared for by dedicated staff and celebrated annually with their own special day. Visitors often spot them lounging in courtyards or sneaking into galleries, adding a whimsical touch to the museum's grandeur. These cats have inspired books, artwork, and social media fame, with some locals believing they embody the spirits of former museum employees. Their presence reflects a blend of practicality, history, and affection, symbolizing St. Petersburg's unique connection to art and animals. Do you find this Russian tradition unique? If so, leave us a comment with the number 1 in the comments. Speaking of Russia's historical pride, can you find another unexpected piece of Russia's legacy in the most unlikely of places? Be prepared for a vending machine that offers more than just snacks. Walking through a Russian airport or mall and spotting a vending machine, not for snacks or drinks but for military-themed souvenirs. These unique machines sell miniature models of the iconic Alaska 47, keychains, t-shirts, and other items celebrating Russia's heritage. The Alaska 47, designed in 1947 by Mikhail Kalashnikov, is more than just a weapon. It's a symbol of resilience and innovation. Some vending machines even include interactive screens sharing stories about Kalashnikov's life and legacy. Tourists and collectors are drawn to these machines, often snapping photos to capture the blend of tradition and modern convenience. But not everyone sees them the same way. While some admire the nod to Russian history, others find the commercialization of such items unsettling. From military memorabilia to heartwarming traditions, what about something that can withstand the coldest winter? This next section will make you question your limits. Would you dare to dive into water just above freezing? In Russia, ice swimming, known as walrus swimming, is a bold tradition blending physical endurance with cultural and spiritual meaning. These icy dips, in waters below 5 degrees Celsius 41 degrees Fahrenheit, go beyond thrill-seeking. They're a cherished part of Russian life. Many take part for health benefits like better circulation, stronger immunity, and a refreshing sense of renewal. For Russian Orthodox Christians, ice swimming during Epiphany holds profound spiritual significance, as participants immerse themselves 3 times in ice-carved holes to honor the Holy Trinity. Yet this isn't an activity to take lightly. The icy waters test even the toughest, carrying risks like hypothermia and shock. Proper preparation, safety measures, and medical consultations are essential. And while Russia's winters chill to the bone, its vast landscapes stretch far beyond imagination. Next, let's embark on a journey that will span almost an entire continent and connect the farthest reaches of this vast country. Spanning over 9,000 kilometers, or nearly 6,000 miles, from Moscow to Vladivostok, the Trans-Siberian Railway holds the title of the world's longest railway. This week-long journey crosses 8 time zones, showcasing the breathtaking beauty of Russia, from the dense forests of Siberia to vast steppes and majestic mountain ranges. More than just a railway, it has connected Europe to East Asia since the early 20th century, uniting the farthest reaches of Russia. Its rhythmic train rides and ever-changing landscapes have inspired countless writers, filmmakers, and adventurers. Each stop along the way tells its own story, from bustling cities to remote villages and wilderness settlements. But for every marvel, there's a darker side. Now let's take a tour of one of the most dangerous places in Russia. You won't believe what's hidden in this lake. Tucked away in the southern Ural Mountains near Ozyorsk, this lake has earned a chilling reputation as one of the most radioactive places on Earth. The contamination of Lake Karachay began in 1951, when radioactive waste from the Soviet-era Mayak production consortium was dumped into its waters. By the 1990s, the lake contained a staggering 120 million curies of radioactivity. To mitigate the spread of radioactive material, sections of the lake were filled with concrete, but the area remains an environmental hazard. Lake Karachay is a somber reminder of the dangers of nuclear waste mismanagement. While Russia is home to awe-inspiring cultural landmarks and natural wonders, this lake highlights the importance of responsible nuclear waste management to prevent long-term environmental damage. Now, let's turn our attention to a city that is a testament to Russia's industrial might and its dark side. A subway station that feels more like a grand ballroom. That's the Moscow Metro. Often called the world's most beautiful metro, opened in 1935 during the Soviet Union era. This transportation network was designed as a series of people's palaces, showcasing luxury, history, and national pride. Each station is a masterpiece. At Komsomolskaya, towering columns and gilded mosaics depict heroic scenes from World War II. Chandeliers hang from the ceilings, bathing polished granite floors in a golden glow. At Mayakovskaya, Art Deco blends with futuristic design, while Ploshchad Revolutsia brings history to life with its bronze sculptures of workers. And speaking of grand scales, have we mentioned that Russia is bigger than Pluto? That's right, there's more to uncover as we dive into the vastness and surprising history of this enormous country. Stay tuned. Russia, the largest country in the world, spans an immense 17 million square kilometers, covering about 11% of the Earth's land area. It stretches across 2 continents, Europe and Asia, making it even larger than Pluto, which measures just under 17 million square kilometers. Despite its vast size, Russia's population is relatively small, with roughly 146 million people, less than half the population of the United States, a country only half as large. Interestingly, Russia's territory could have been even larger if it had not sold Alaska to the United States in the late 19th century. Known as Russian America at the time, Alaska was sold for a mere $7.2 million, a decision often debated in hindsight. While many Americans initially saw the land as a frozen wasteland, the later discovery of oil revealed its immense value. It is fascinating to imagine how geopolitics might have been different if Alaska had remained part of Russia. While Russia's size is impressive, not all of its land is pristine. Up next, we'll visit a city so polluted it's infamous worldwide. Can you imagine living in such conditions? In the remote reaches of northern Siberia lies Norilsk, a city infamous for its extreme environmental challenges. Known as one of the most polluted cities in the world, Norilsk owes its grim reputation to decades of mining and smelting operations. Nickel, copper, and palladium extraction release massive amounts of sulfur dioxide and other harmful substances into the air, severely degrading air quality and surrounding ecosystems. The impact on residents is profound. Many suffer from respiratory diseases, cancer, and other serious health conditions linked to the toxic environment. Adding to the difficulty, Norilsk's isolation, accessible only by air or river. Even within Russia, travel to Norilsk is restricted, requiring special permissions for visitors. And speaking of resilience, next we'll dive into a cultural phenomenon that's as quirky as it is iconic that might just make you rethink your habits. Stay tuned. Adidas tracksuits, sunflower seeds, and the iconic Slav squat. Welcome to Gopnik culture, a uniquely Russian subculture that blends Soviet-era traditions with modern street style. Emerging in the 1970s and 1980s, Gopnik culture reflected the tight-knit, working-class communities of the Soviet Union, shaped by shared struggles and limited resources. The Gopnik look, tracksuits, flat caps, and a bag of sunflower seeds became a symbol of resilience and camaraderie. Even the squatting posture, often called the Slav squat, had practical roots. It offered a way to rest on cold ground without sitting fully. This distinctive identity grew stronger after the Soviet Union's collapse in the 1990s, adapting to the challenges of a changing world. From Gopnik to global phenomena. Did you know that one thing the world loves started in Soviet Russia? Well, at least by those who love the thrill of a good puzzle. Did you know one of the world's most iconic video games was born in Soviet Russia? Tetris, the timeless game that has captivated generations, was created in 1984 by Alexei Pajitnov, a computer scientist at the Moscow Academy of Sciences. Pajitnov designed Tetris to test the capabilities of Soviet computers, drawing inspiration from his favorite sport, tennis, and the Greek word tetra meaning four, a nod to the game's signature four-block pieces. Pajitnov's simple yet brilliant idea turned into a global sensation. From early days on Soviet computers to becoming a worldwide phenomenon, Tetris transcended borders and languages, uniting players with its addictive gameplay and universal appeal. Decades later, it remains a symbol of innovation and creativity, standing as one of the most played video games in history. And just like Tetris shifts its shapes, Russia shifts its celebrations. Did you know they celebrate New Year twice? Stick around to learn about this fascinating tradition. On the 1st of January, they ring in the new year with the Gregorian calendar, just like most of the world. But the festivities don't end there. On the 14th of January, they welcome the old new year following the Julian calendar, a tradition rooted in an 18th century reform by Peter the Great. The old new year is a more relaxed affair compared to the grand celebrations of the 1st of January. Families gather for festive meals, share stories, and sometimes exchange small gifts. For many Russians, it's a charming way to extend the holiday spirit and hold on to the warmth of the season just a little longer. Imagine a second chance to toast to new beginnings with loved ones. It's a cultural quirk that warms the heart. Double the celebration, double the fun. But here's another thing: Russia is famous for towering views that will take your breath away. Let's get to the top now. Prepare to step onto one of the most thrilling footbridges in the world. Nestled in Sochi, southern Russia, the Sky Bridge spans over 1,400 feet across the deep Akshtya Gorge and soars nearly 700 feet above the ground. It's not just a walkway, it's a journey into the clouds, offering breathtaking views of the Caucasus Mountains and the Black Sea. Built from steel and glass, this architectural marvel provides a sense of adventure like no other. As you walk, the vast landscape stretches out below. a mix of awe and adrenaline taking hold. And for those seeking even more excitement, there's a zip line running parallel to the bridge, offering a thrilling descent and a whole new perspective of Sochi's stunning scenery. And as we end our journey through Russia's extremes, let's look down into a steaming cup of the nation's most consumed drink. Hint, it's not vodka. Stay tuned. Here's a fact that might surprise you. The most consumed drink in Russia isn't vodka, but tea. Ranking 5th globally in per capita tea consumption, Russians have embraced this warm, comforting beverage since it first arrived in the 17th century. Back then, tea was a luxury, costing 10 times more than in Europe due to its long journey from Moscow to Berlin. Today, tea is an everyday staple and a symbol of Russian hospitality. When visiting friends, you'll likely be welcomed with a steaming cup of tea, accompanied by cookies or sweetened with honey or jam. Asian black tea with sugar remains a favorite, but green and unsweetened varieties are gaining popularity. In Russia's harsh climate, few things compare to the warmth of tea, bringing people together in a shared moment of comfort. Through this journey, we've explored a side of Russia beyond its stereotypes of snow and vodka. From record-breaking lakes to enduring cultural traditions, Russia's complexity and vibrancy shine through. What's your favorite takeaway from this incredible country? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us on this great journey. Leave your thoughts in the comments and like to help us. Remember to subscribe for more. See you soon.